Dar înainte să începem premierea, avem un invitat special. Un invitat special cu un blog foarte drăguț, Lovely by Lucy, și care are în momentul de față aproape 50.000 de followers pe Instagram și care a fost foarte încântată să vină să participe la conferință, spunând că i-ar fi plăcut foarte mult dacă ar fi știut măcar puțin românește ca să înțeleagă, pentru că îi se pare că atmosfera este extraordinară, a participat la întreaga conferință cu foarte mare discreție, întrebând unde este Lucy să o cunosc. Mi-am dat seama că de fapt ne cunoscusem într-un spațiu de ăsta mai închis, în clădirea de vis-a-vis și la toaletă, da, la toaletă. Foarte discretă, foarte drăguță. Nu am îndrăznit să mă duc la cea de bărbați, dar nu mai era coadă, să știi. Rezolvaseră toate problemele în avans. Și o invit pe Lucy să vă povestească despre blogul ei și cum a reușit să ajungă la cei 50.000 de followers pe Instagram, după care începem premiera. Lucy de Boer, bine, welcome!
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really happy to be here, and I really like this event. Everybody's inspiring each other, and I heard there were some very good talks that I unfortunately didn't really understand because I don't speak Romanian, but I really like the atmosphere here, and I think it's important as bloggers and online media to connect with each other and inspire each other and learn from each other. So I'll hope you like my story. I started blogging in 2011, and as opposed to many girls that work in fashion, I wasn't the kind of girl that was sewing dresses when she was 4 or went through middle school in really fashionable outfits. I actually didn't care much for fashion until I was about 18. And but when I did, I really did interest me in it much. I started the blog in the summer of 2011 just because I was reading some blogs and I thought, well, maybe I should just try this just for fun. My mom and my friends will probably read it, but that's about it, and let's just see where it takes me. So this was when it started. It was all pretty amateuristic. I had this blog that, well, I don't even have pictures of it anymore, but I don't really want to see it anymore. It looked very different than what it looks like now. But I started blogging and I really liked doing it. I liked making the content, I liked sharing my inspirations, and I felt like I had a lot to share. So I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to improve myself and just work on myself, not really because I wanted to do it as a job, because actually I didn't even know I could. But I just thought it was really interesting to do this, and I did some research, and I bought a new camera, I got a new website, and well, now it's really different what I'm doing. This is my blog today. It looks quite different. It has, well, a simple but a bit of a distinctive look. And today I have a lot of readers, a lot of followers, and like, for instance, this is my Instagram, and I travel a lot. I travel like once every 2 weeks, something like that. My first front row fashion show, that was really interesting as well. I've been in magazines like Cosmopolitan, Grazia, in a Dutch newspaper. And I've worked with many brands, which is really nice because working with brands gives me the opportunity to do creative projects, but also do something different because it's a different brand every time. So I think of new things and we do other stuff. I've worked with, for instance, a champagne brand, but also with ASOS, one of the largest retailers in the world. And let me see. I have an office now, which I'm really happy about, and I'm looking to hire an intern soon because it's just so much work. If you're doing it as a job and you're developing, there's so much you can do. It's not just making pictures and putting it online on your blog, but you guys probably all know that. So about the brands, I've done tons of different things with brands. For instance, I have my own shop on Nelly.com. That's like a Scandinavian retailer. I've also worked with photographers, and I'm looking into making videos next. And the thing I like about it is that I can just do something different every time and develop myself. And I think that's really important as well in blogging. It's important to keep developing yourself, keep doing new things, and keep people interested. Because the more effort you put into something, the more it will show, the more followers you will get. And for instance, I put a lot of effort into my Instagram account, and it's around now really big. But if you look at my Facebook account, it's not that big. But that's just something, you know, I have to work on still. But if you put effort into things, it really shows. Oh, yeah. And one of the things I'm really proud of is working with ASOS, because it's a really nice cooperation. And I actually have my own, you know, the ASOS catwalk video where you can see the clothing in catwalk view. I have my own. If you could turn on the video, please. It's really awkward because I didn't know what to do. Okay, it's not really working, but like little things like that are just the fun things that give me a lot of energy. Oh, there it is. I was actually wearing ASOS, which was coincidence, but I was like, do I turn now or do I don't? I'll walk away now. But those are just fun little things, and that's why you should also work with brands to, first of all, like develop yourself and do new stuff, but also you have to have a little fun with it. I mean, or else you just shouldn't do it. I mean, the two things that have made my blog to what it is now is both passion, because I really enjoy doing it, and I see that in other blogs as well. If you love what you're doing, that just really shows. But next to that, it's really hard work. Like the first year I was blogging, I had almost no readers, and I was putting so much time and effort into stuff that nobody even saw. But in the end, it did pay off, because it's really important to innovate, you know, take some risks, learn from other people, and just make sure that your blog is what you want it to be and that you're proud of it. So I'll tell you a little bit about blogging in the Netherlands, because I've talked to quite some people here already, and I've heard that it's quite a bit different from blogging in Romania. Of course, there's things that are the same, you know, we're all passionate about fashion, and of course, we're making friends. Like, this is me with some other bloggers, and we did an event together where people could shop our closets. But there's really a good market in the Netherlands for bloggers. There are advertising agencies representing bloggers, and there are actual blogger agencies that represent bloggers. I have an agency like that. And there's so many events. If you want to, you can go to like 5 blogger events every week. There's a lot of opportunities for collaborations, a lot of PR agencies. So in that way, it's really well developed. But there's also quite a bit of competition and hostility. I don't know how it is in Romania, but when I started blogging, I asked around me a little bit, and nobody wanted to give me an answer to any of my questions. They were like, no, you have to do it yourself. And that's the part that I don't like, because what I really like about this event is that you're all here and you're all talking to each other, giving each other tips and learning from each other, and that's how we all get better. And in the end, if you're doing something right, you're going to get there anyway, whether someone's helping you or not. So I would just say, you know, I have made some really good friends to the girls who like agree with me on that, and I've made really good friends there. But yeah, there's some hostility there and some copying as well. So I'm excited that the theme of this event is personal branding, because it's an aspect I really like of what I'm doing, and it's also really important. There are so many blogs. I just heard from Andrea that there are 8,000 active blogs in Romania. That's a lot. And there's so much online already. There's so many blogs. You really have to define yourself. You have to find a niche and think about what you're doing. Because if you're just going to do a lot of stuff and don't really define it or don't really find an angle, then it's not going to be interesting. What I did was, along the way, I kind of found my style, and that had much to do with my interest in fashion that started really late. But I kind of developed it along the way and saw the importance of it, because if you're not doing something different than others, you're not going to be interesting. And for me, for instance, my trademark is that I post a lot of outfits, and most of them are really casual and down to earth, and a lot of Dutch girls get inspiration for their day-to-day looks. And yeah, I try to both make it really accessible, but also give it a bit of me. I have an example of personal branding that I thought would be nice to share with you guys. Last year, I was really sick, and a lot of people were curious about what was going on with me, and a lot of people were asking, and they were even asking other bloggers. And then it made me think, like, what do I want to share about myself? What do I want people to know? Do I want to make this personal, or do I want to not talk about it at all? And as you can see, for instance, here, if you Google Lovely by Lucy, the second option you get is Lovely by Lucy, well, that. And you really have to think about what you want people to know, because people are curious. But for instance, if you click that second option, you'll only get what I said about it and nothing more. And that's because I really thought about what I wanted to share about it, which was just, you know, just enough to keep people quiet, but not to go on about it forever. And it was a really, really good lesson for me to think of what do I put online and how do I want people to see me. Now, furthermore, this is a bit my style. I wear a lot of black and white. And I think it's quite distinctive because, for instance, I do follow trends, like I keep up with what's going on in the industry, but I always thought, well, the midi skirt, that's not for me, I'm not wearing that. And then I challenged myself and I thought, well, how can I make it me? And that's what I like about trends, how you can incorporate it into your own style. And that's interesting for other people to see as well. Oh. So about branding, what I really wanted to tell you guys about it, or what I've learned, is you really need to define your territory. It's really important to have that own space on the internet that will make people want to go to your website. You have to find a niche, or are you going to do this or do that, blog about DIY, or do just outfits? People need to know what they can expect so that they will come back. Because if they know that, you know, you deliver a good amount of good quality pictures, they're going to come back for that. And if they don't like it and they're not going to come back, you don't want them to come back. But you just really have to define what you want to be. Are there any questions? Well, I just wanted to thank everybody that, for being here and listening to me. And if you want to come talk to me later, please do, because I haven't heard all the stories yet because I don't speak Romanian, but it's really nice the people I've met were so nice, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Pentru cei care n-au înțeles, o să vă traduc. Ea a venit aici întâmplător pentru că ploua afară și e